we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side.
Hello to all my beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah and today we are going to have a Wonderlust Wednesday. So I'm going to talk to you guys about a super exciting location today. Obviously, if you clicked on this video, then you want to know more about Cumberland Island, Georgia. So this is hands down one of the most magical places I have ever been to, and I absolutely cannot wait to share everything with you guys, from location to pricing to tours, camping, literally everything that I know about Cumberland Island I am going to bestow upon you guys right now. And this is a video that I wish that I would have been able to watch and find before I went, because I went kind of flying blind. There's not a whole lot of information that I could find about it besides like on the National Park website, but I wanted like a personal experience, and here I am to give you guys my personal experience. So let's hop right on into it. Hurricane Irma actually wiped out the original boat dock location, so I'm going to insert a map here of the new dock that they're using, and so just follow this map and you will board your boats there.
So the ferry ride is 45 minutes from St. Mary's to Cumberland Island, and if you sit inside the ferry it is air conditioned. If you sit outside it's hot. It's supposed to be like 100 and 105 today, so yikes.
Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking.
You can actually camp on the island, but you do have to reserve it in advance. I put the links below for all the information that you'll need. It does cost in between $9 and $22 per campsite, and there are some rules and restrictions. We did not camp there, unfortunately, although it looked amazing. That is an option. So all the information, like I said, is linked down below for that. Another thing is you can rent bikes on the island to bike around. You can also bring your own bike, and that is a $10 fee on the ferry, and you want to get there early. There's limited space. The bike rental link is also down below. I do recommend, if you're not going to take the tour, to rent a bike so you can see more of the island on your day trip there. And the last option is the full day tour, which I'm going to hop into right now. This was actually one of my favorite tours that I've ever taken somewhere, because it was so informative, and basically you pile in this van and it is a bumpy ride. They recommend if you are like really pregnant or if you have really bad back problems to not go. None of the roads are paved on the island, but they take you in these big vans, and for us, like, the vans were air conditioned, and that was a huge plus because, like I said, it was 105 degrees and humid, and so having air conditioning. They also had bottles of water in there. And then our tour guide was incredible. He had been doing this for a really long time. He was super knowledgeable and just made it such an enjoyable experience. We had really fun people on our tour group with us, and I just thought that it was the best way. It's the only way you can see like the full island. And they do say on the website and everything that the Dungeness ruins are not included in our tour, but our tour guide was amazing and fit them in for us, so we did get to see that part of the island as well, which was really important to me because that looked so amazing, and it was just unbelievable. But it just is so cool because this island has so much history, and you would never find out the full extent of it without either A, doing a ton of research on your own, or B, going on this tour and just being able to ask all these questions and find out all the information. It was just so awesome. And the tour was incredible. It was a bit expensive, but it is an all-day activity. I just think that it was so worth it. I am going to do a price breakdown of my entire day after this, but I cannot recommend the tour enough.
For in life, call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is.
Okay, so we are stopping at Plum Mansion, and we are going to take a 1-hour tour of it right now. It's 100 acres and it's absolutely gorgeous. There is a wheelchair lift in case you have somebody in your group that has a wheelchair and needs to get up those stairs.
for sleep.
Hey guys, that tour was amazing. So not only did the Carnegie family live here, but Thomas Edison himself actually came to install the electricity here, which is just unbelievable. For such a small island, it's 18 miles from tip to tip. It has an incredible amount of history.
Hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through and through.
Okay, so we are on our 30-minute lunch break from the tour, and you bring your own lunch. So just so you know, there's no like concessions or anything on the island, so everything that you want to eat or drink you must bring with you, and there's no trash cans on the island, so everything you bring in you got to bring out. And so just make sure that you have something that you can put all your stuff in, a bag or something like that. And yeah, just be really conscientious of everything, so make sure you're not leaving any trash behind, because otherwise it won't be preserved as beautifully as it is right now.
Into what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Okay, so I don't want to give away too many of the like island secrets, but I do want to just say that there are some very famous people associated with this island, and I had no idea before going here. The Carnegie family owned most of the island for many years, and actually John F. Kennedy Jr. got married to Carol there.
So John F. Kennedy Jr. got married in this little church right here. How crazy is that?
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can.
Little tiny church. There's really incredible stories about freed slaves and tourism, and just like super cool. Thomas Edison came to the island himself to install electricity at one of the mansions there. It just has an unbelievable amount of history for such a tiny little island. I like to say it's full of history and mystery, but it just is so cool, so cool. I just want to give you guys a little bit of an overview of Cumberland Island. It's a really special place with tons of history, exotic animals. There's about 150 wild horses that roam the island, which you will see when you're there. We saw a ton of them. I will insert a bunch of pictures and video throughout so that you guys can see how awesome it is. I just want to say that it's unlike anywhere I've ever been. I've been to 46 out of the 50 states, and this is like a completely unique experience that I haven't felt anywhere else. So I really loved my time here, and I think by the end of this video you guys will all want to book a trip there as well. I was there in July, and so it was very hot, very humid. I mean, it's off the coast of Georgia, and so definitely be prepared for that. It was 105 degrees the day that we were there, and so I'm going to put a packing list of everything that I think that you should bring on your little adventure. Everything that you need you'll have to bring with you. There's no concessions, there's no stores or anything like that on the island. It is completely pack in, pack out, so you will need to bring everything that you want or could possibly imagine needing with you on your day trip. The packing list that I suggest bringing is definitely a reusable water bottle. There's a couple of locations where you can refill that on the island. There is a couple of bathrooms around the island, and if you take the tour, you will have a couple of stops there, but it's few and far between, so make sure when you have the opportunity to take it. And then, like I said, you're going to want to bring a reusable water bottle, a packed lunch, because like I said, there's nowhere on the island that you can buy any food, so whatever you're going to want to eat throughout your day there, make sure that you bring that. you're definitely going to want sunscreen and bug spray. You are pretty much like in the middle of this little jungle on this island, and it is hot and humid. There is bugs. It is bright and sunny. 100% bring both of those things. I would also highly recommend a hat if you're doing a lot of hiking or walking, or you're on the tour. You're going to be in the sun quite a bit, and it is very, very hot. So make sure that you wear a hat. And let me tell you, if it's 105 and humid, you're not really going to care a whole lot what you look like. As you can see from my video from that day, I did not care a whole lot what I looked like. I just went for comfortable. You're going to also want very, very comfortable walking shoes and clothes that you don't mind sweating in and getting kind of gross. You're also going to want a backpack, obviously, to just carry all your stuff. You're going to want a bag that you can use as a little trash bag to put all of your lunch remnants and all that kind of stuff in, because everything, like I said, that you bring in, you have to bring out. I would also bring cash to tip your tour guide if you do end up going on the tour. There is also a little bit of concessions on the ferry right over, but it's just like candy bars and water bottles and sodas and things like that. Nothing too crazy, not full meals or anything. I also would recommend bringing a travel journal so that you can either just jot down what you're feeling, or if you collect national park stamps like I do, then you can go ahead and get that stamped while you're there. So that is the kind of essentials packing list that I would bring. If you guys think I'm forgetting anything, go ahead and put it down below, and that will help out some other people. But for me, I think that those are the essentials for the day. Also, you're probably definitely gonna wanna bring a camera, because it is just unbelievable views and sights and experiences, and so you'll wanna document that. So I'm gonna do the price breakdown, and it will look a little bit different depending on what you decide to do on the island. I am just going to do exactly what my price breakdown was. So admission to the island for the week is $10. If you have the annual park pass, which we did, it is free because it's included in the national park registry. I'll include it as if I didn't have it. So $10 for admission. And then the ferry ticket round trip was $30. So it's $15 per person each way. And there are a little bit of differences there depending on if you're a senior or a child or military, things like that. But for me, it was $15 round trip. The tour ticket is $45 per person, but it is a 5 to 6 hour tour. So if you break that down per hour, it's very reasonable. Plus, like I said, it was an incredible experience. So that altogether brings my total to $85 per person. And it will obviously look different for you if you decide to camp, rent a bike, bring your own bike, not do the tour, whatever. But that was the price breakdown for my day there. Almost $100 day. But for everything that I got out of it, I thought that it was 100% worth it. I do want to just say that in the description box below, I have so many links and resources for you guys. Everything from the tickets to ferries, campsites, activities pages, tours, everything like that. So make sure you check out the description down below, because it's so full of information. I think that that pretty much concludes everything that I wanted to say today about Cumberland Island. If you guys have any questions, I will include my email down below. Feel free to shoot me an email. I love answering your guys' questions. Thank you so much for joining me for another Wanderlust Wednesday, and I will see you guys on Sunday for Sundays with Sarah. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.